Okay, well, here we are. It's 2275 of the Runic Era, or 2025 of the Common Era. A new year, one way or the other, whatever your thought on time and calculation thereof is. I've been away for a while. I haven't been away. I've been away from this for a while because, I don't know. Life gets in the way of things, It's a struggle out here sometimes, even for the best of us, no matter who we are. I'm certainly not the best of us, but it's been a struggle off and on, and I try to do the best. I'll see these messages pop up from you viewers regarding what I say and how it's made a difference in your life, or I just I intend to do these regularly, but life gets away from you. It's just life happens, man, and when you're locked up for nearly 40 years of your life, living under the strictures and regimented programming of incarceration, even though you have real life experience out here, it gets convoluted, and the optics by which you see it or remember it or believe you'll fit into it are not quite the same as reality when you get out here. A lot's changed, When I first got here, everybody said, "Hey, what's changed the most?" And really, nothing had changed visibly to look at, but a lot's changed that exists within the vacuum of which you live, that you have to exist. I mean, there's rules to living life for everybody, and that's the nuances of those changes and those rules is what's most apparent. Let me try to explain that. When I got out the very first time, my intention was to never go back to prison, obviously, but I was involved with people that you couldn't just walk away from without consequences. So I did the best I could to work honest jobs and everything, but things happen in the tweaker circles where your name gets thrown around. People try to threaten other people with you, even though you're out here trying to do good, way in this other area. And next thing you know, it's like, you gotta put your foot down. You gotta go make an example. And so the vicious cycle starts over again, and you end up back inside, and just your life just starts rolling with all this. Everything stops out here in your mind, in there. What you remember, the way it existed, the way you last lived this life is what you carry in there. No matter how many years go by, how many years elapse, that's the way you perceive life out here. And then you get out here, and it's really not like that at all anymore. I was able to get a job the first time I got out, like within 3 days. I had 2 different jobs, as a matter of fact. And, when I got out, the subsequent terms, I could have easily gone to work if I chose. Unfortunately, I was being a knucklehead back then, and I chose just to tax people and stuff like that instead. But the bottom line is, that's last year, 30-year stretch, coming out, a lot had changed, and I thought I'd come out here and find some work, and, the few opportunities I had fallen apart, and then I realized that maybe I'm unemployable. Maybe I can't work, maybe I sabotage myself not realizing it in the conversations, because deep down inside, as much as I want to work and bring in an income like that, I do get Social Security and Veterans Disability, it's not that I don't want to work. I do want to work. I'm not good in crowds or around a lot of people. I'm not a people person, I get really pro-aggressive in crowded places when I start feeling boxed in, and I'm working on that. And I've gotten a lot better since I've gotten out. But you know, things have changed, and expectations of. I have a son who's going to the board in 5 months, and his expectations of what he's going to do out here, because he got educated in there and got a law degree, and I mean, I did this. He followed in my footsteps, and I thought I'd come out here and do things that are just not. You just can't just come out here and say, I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do it. Make it happen, Captain. It doesn't work like that. It's not reality. And, anything to do with the legal field, no matter what credentials you have, legal investigation, ADR, paralegal, nobody wants you. Not because of you lack the skills. I mean, chances are your skill sets are better than the people they have employed for them. There's probably, I'd bet my life on that. And because of our background, we could do things investigative-wise that the best investigators on the job for the past 20 years could never hope to do. The problem is that somebody pointed out to me finally, had the decency to finally do that after like fucking 100 applications, is that any chain of custody of evidence or interviews or anything, you're impeachable. On the witness stand, you're impeachable because you're an ex-con who was a gang member. So the first thing is somebody's going to say from the other side of a table is, hey, weren't you a gang member? Doesn't matter how many years ago. When you say yes, well, wasn't lying on a daily basis, lying and manipulating, wasn't that part of your life to achieve the ends of what you were doing for the organization? And I mean, when you say yeah, I mean, then they say, okay, well, you know what makes anybody think that you're not doing that here in court today? How do we know you're not lying right now, on behalf of your client or, the attorney you work for? That's why people don't want to take a chance with you. So the legal field is not a good field to get into if you're incarcerated thinking you're going to come out and, just get a job. And as far as manual labor, I'm almost 63 years old, I still work out, physically fit, but, I got a bad back, bad knees, my nervous system's shot out, I'm on the job. Some yahoo tells me, "Hey, do this. Didn't you just hear what I just said?" Talks to me sideways at the side of their neck, and I'm going to let them know what for real quick. I mean, I've done it several times out here, unfortunately, but I'm getting better at that, like I said, and so my whole point is, communicating your needs, contra your desires and your wants, is a big thing. And I've learned if you figure out a way to communicate your needs, there's people that will help you. People just that want to help you anyhow. They're your friends, your family, but they don't know how to do it if you don't know how to explain it to them. If you don't know how to communicate that to them, desires and wants are not the same things as needs. And a lot of people get depressed. They get despondent when they get out. At first they're high, on life, just. But then, things change. I mean, here I am 19 months out almost 19 months. On the 13th, it'll be 19 months, a little over a year and a half. And there's days where I feel so far removed from the previous 39 years of my life. And then there's days where it's so fresh and present. It's like right now. And I'll have flashbacks to things, and they'll just put me in a funk. My head will be in the dumps all day. I'll just be angry. I'll be moody. I can work out 2 or 3 times in that day trying to drive it out of me. It doesn't change. So it's a challenge, but it's a challenge, that I gladly embrace. I mean, I'm out here to do it. So that's what I thought about this morning. I thought, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I pointed out, why does everybody out here wait till Monday? We always wait till Mondays or the first of the week, next week, to start whatever endeavor we are. We're programmed like that. We're programmed to think that we need to wait on somebody else's timetable or time's timetable as we understand time. That's a self-defeatist attitude right there, and it's a recipe for unsuccess. Whatever it is you want to change about your life or what you're doing, if you've decided today, right now as we're talking, I want to change this or that in my life. I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with that. I want to change this. what you do is you devise a plan, and then a backup plan, a contingency plan, and you initiate that plan and execute it immediately. So what I'm saying is, this is the day I'm going to get up. I'm going to start shedding some pounds. And we'll just use that simple thing that a lot of people like. I'm going to get up and I'm going to shed some pounds. Okay, so I'm going to do this plan. And most people, I'm going to start tomorrow morning, or I'm going to start Monday. Monday. It's always fucking Monday. I'm going to start Monday. Or on the first of the month. You know? Right there, as soon as you put off the immediate execution of that plan, you've already failed. You ain't starting shit. And if you do, you're going to quit real quick. If you start on Monday, you'll be done by Friday. So, I opine, if you start as soon as you devise that plan, you put it into play immediately. Execute it immediately. If you execute it immediately, even only for a short period of time, you're more likely to follow up with it the next day or the next day after tomorrow, whatever cycle you put yourself on. The whole point is, it's follow through. Follow through sends a signal of commitment to yourself, to your mind. Putting off, on the other hand, sends a signal of continued procrastination to your mind. So it doesn't matter what you want to do. It doesn't matter if you want to do something about, kicking a bad habit or espousing a new one. It all starts with you and a decision to make it so. Devise a plan and execute that plan immediately. I mean immediately. Within an hour from the time you've put that plan together, decided it's a sound plan. Execute that plan immediately. And you're more likely to have follow through and stick with whatever it is you're trying to achieve or rid yourself of. That's what I got to say this morning. Every time I come on here and do these, I do them for a little while and then I disappear. Yet I always say I'm going to try to do this more religiously, more fluid, and than I ever do. So I'm not going to say anything like that this year. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to do these as I feel a need to say something. I don't want to be one of these guys that just wants to be relevant and remain relevant and like a narcissist. So I have a big push away from this. That just puts me off. If I don't have something worthwhile to say, then I don't have anything to say. How about that? So when I feel like I have something to say, whether it's regarding politics or religion or spirituality or positive gain, I'll say it. And until then, I'm glad that you send these comments saying that I've helped you and what I've had to say or my experiences has given you good direction or helped you change something about yourself, because that's what this is all about. It's about you, not me. And, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could just find some kind of work doing this, helping people? Anyway, Happy New Year to you all. I hope whatever's going on in your life is not too much of a burden for you to bear. And I hope you see that you are in control of probably 89 to 90% of your life. The things we can't control, we just have to learn how to let go. Or I know it's easier said than done. I have a hard time with it. I learned a long time ago, egos kill, so I try to slay the ego and save my id, my identity. But it's like, I'll tell you what, I think pride and anger, sometimes it's hard for me to just set something to the side, but I try, and so on that note, I'm going to say, good luck to y'all. I hope you have a great new year, and until the next time, and Dr. Casper Otis Control saying good health, sound sanity, and peace.